Homecoming Queen, please stand and be recognized. Once again, thank you for attending and supporting Mena High School. Please direct your attention to midfield as we introduce your court. Freshman maid Isabel Vaca, escorted by junior Bearcat Jaden Phoenix. Isabel is the daughter of Scott and Ashley Vaca. She's a member of the FBLA and FCCLA. She participates in the St. Agnes Youth Group, the Chess Club, Book Club, Quiz Bowl, and GT. Isabel has had the privilege of representing her class at St. John's University STEM Camp last summer. Freshman maid Isabel Vaca. Freshman maid Reese Montgomery, escorted by junior Bearcat Colby Davis. Reese is the daughter of Clint and Talissa Montgomery. She's an elected representative of MHS Student Council. Reese is a member of SCCLA, FBLA, FCA, and the Refuge Youth Group at the Crossing. Reese plays volleyball and basketball and is a member of the track team. Reese has had the privilege of serving with the Crossing's mission team for 2 years, spreading the gospel overseas. Freshman maid Reese Montgomery. Sophomore maid Brooklyn Hildebrand Marzette, escorted by senior Bearcat Chase Henry. Brooklyn is the daughter of Amanda Hildebrand, Dwayne Marzette, and Rhonda Wall. Brooklyn is a member of the varsity sideline cheerleading team and also the competition cheer team. She also plays on the Lady Cats soccer team. Brooklyn has the privilege of being a member of the amazing yearbook staff this year. She would like to thank her family for all their support and love they give her. Sophomore maid Brooklyn Hildebrand Marzette. Sophomore maid Sophia Vaca, escorted by senior Bearcat Austin Kirkendall. Sophia is the daughter of Scott and Ashley Vaca. Sophia is a member of FBLA and FCCLA and is also a sophomore student council vice president. Sophia plays on the Lady Cat soccer team and is a member of the varsity sideline cheer team and also the competition cheer team. Sophia also earned her academic letter as a freshman. Sophomore maid Sophia Vaca. Junior maid Amy Hines, escorted by senior Bearcat Jordan Roberts. Amy is the daughter of Robbie and Sherry Hines. She's a member of FBLA, NEHS, Student Council, and FCS. Amy has had the privilege of receiving all conference honors as a sophomore in volleyball, basketball, and softball. She's also a member of the Mena High School golf team. Amy is proud to represent FBLA as president this year. Junior maid Amy Hines. Junior maid Kate McDonald, escorted by senior Bearcat Seth Pruitt. Kate is the daughter of Gordon McDonald and Lana Coogan. Kate is a member of NEHS and is a member of the marching and jazz band. Kate has had the privilege of playing on the all-region band and jazz band. Junior maid Kate McDonald. Senior maid Cassidy Ashcraft, escorted by senior Bearcat Ian Hughes and Logan Yang. Cassidy Ashcraft is the daughter of Davey and Celeste Ashcraft. Cassidy is an elected student council representative, the vice president of service for NHS and NEHS vice president. She's a member of FCCLA, NHS, JAG, and NEHS. Cassidy is on the yearbook staff, co-captain of the sideline and competition cheer team, and is a member of the Code First Baptist Youth Group. She's proud to serve as this year's FCC LA Vice President of Community Relations. Cassidy has earned her academic letter and her second academic bar. Senior maid, Cassidy Ashcraft. Senior maid, Bethany Godwin, escorted by Senior Bearcats, Travis Strokel and Bobby Wallace. Bethany is the daughter of Barry and Pam Godwin. She is a member of FFA, NEHS, NSHSS. Bethany is a Lady Cat volleyball and basketball player, as well as a member of the competition cheer team. Bethany is proud to be an All-American cheerleader nominee. Senior maid, Bethany Godwin. Senior maid, Sarah Grenier, escorted by Senior Bearcats Blake Brown and Evan Graves. Sarah is the daughter of Rodney and Heather Grenier. She is an elected representative serving her class on the MHS Student Council, a member of SCCLA, FCA, JAG, NHS, and NEHS. Sarah is a member of the Crossing Worship Team where she plays the piano. Sarah has the privilege to be serving as FCCLA Treasurer this year. She has earned her academic letter and her second academic bar. Senior maid, Sarah Grenier. Senior maid, Taylor Thacker, escorted by Senior Bearcat Trace Huff and Austin Rhodes. Taylor is the daughter of Ron and Tanya Thacker. She's a member of NHS FCS and serves as this year's FFA Sentinel and Secretary of NEHS. Taylor plays for the Lady Cat soccer team and exhibits cattle for the FFA show team. She is proud to be a snare captain of this year's Bearcat Marching Band. Senior maid, Taylor Thacker. Senior maid, Annika Thompson, escorted by Senior Bearcats Jake Brotherton and Caleb Peters. Annika is the daughter of Mike Thompson and Karen Larson. She is the Vice President of the Student Council, NHS and NEHS President, a member of JAG and NEHS. She serves as Vice President of Events for FCCLA. Annika has had the privilege of being a member of the 2021 All-Region and All-State Bands and is proud to serve as this year's drum major for the Bearcat Marching Band. She has worked hard to earn her academic letter and bars for 3 consecutive years. Annika is a member of Grace Bible Church. Senior maid, Annika Thompson. Senior maid, Rachel Wilson, escorted by Bearcats Jet Bader and Jarrett Berger. Rachel is the daughter of Dr. Philip and Christy Wilson. She is a member of FCCLA, FBLA, JAG, NHS, and NEHS. Rachel plays for the Lady Cat volleyball and basketball teams. She's had the privilege of serving as this year's FCCLA president. Rachel has worked hard to earn her academic letter and bars and was the recipient of the Semper Fi All-American Academy Scholarship 2021. Senior maid, Rachel Wilson. Participating in today's homecoming is the Bearcat Marching Band under the field direction of Assistant Senior Drum Major Lexi Bilbeck. Color Guard members are Candace Barnes, Katie Benefield, Madison DeRoche, Navia Morris, and Lexi Williams. The Bearcat Marching Band is under the direction of Charles Morgan. Also participating are the Mena High School cheerleaders, Senior Captain Jaden Milam, Senior Co-Captain Christina Gregg, Senior Co-Captain Cassidy Ashcraft, Junior Addie Dollar, Junior Sarah Dozier, Junior Haley Fairless, Junior Chloe Massey, Sophomore Briley Dean, Sophomore Haley Emerson, Sophomore Amy Gregg, Sophomore Brooklyn Hildebrand, Sophomore Annalise Hughes, Sophomore Kylie Hughes, Sophomore Riley McClara, Sophomore Kaylin Nichols, Sophomore Sophia Baca, Sophomore Michaela Vega, Sophomore Josh Noble, Senior Bethany Godwin, Senior Carly Smart, Senior Maria Bazari, Junior Trey Day, Junior Jaden Felix, Junior G. Kovach, Junior Carolina Menzel, Sophomore Brady Montgomery, Sophomore Lola Balsage, Sophomore Irene Jimenez, Sophomore Sophia Ferry, and Senior Manager William Davis and Senior Arian Reckenbach. The Mena High School cheerleaders are coached by Andrea Hughes. Mena High School Student Council President Will Davis will be presenting the sash and bouquet to the Maid of Honor. And now presenting our 2021 Mena High School Maid of Honor, Miss Annika Thompson. The reigning queen, Miss Morgan Puckett, will be crowning this year's queen and presenting the ceremonial football. The queen will also be presented with a bouquet of flowers from the Mena High School student body. Your 2021 homecoming queen is Miss Cassidy Ashcraft.
Katie made that for us.
Queen Cassidy, may your reign bring us victory tonight. Go Bearcats!
be working for a team. Yeah. Actually, not that I think things are going away right now. But I think he's going to be able to do it. What's the last time? The first game of the series was going for him, right? I just think we're going to be better on the line of scrimmage, and I don't know if we have the conversation. But everywhere he goes, he does that.
Once again, we'd like to welcome everyone to Bob Carver Bearcat Stadium at Randall Horton Field for tonight's homecoming game between the Waldron Bulldogs and your Mena Bearcats. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the invocation given by Kenzie Rawson, who's a member of the Fellowship of Christian Students, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, National Anthem, and each school's respective alma mater.
Heavenly Father, thank you for tonight and all that this week has brought upon us. God, on this special night, I pray that it honors you and brings glory to your name. God, I pray that everyone stays safe and be with the ones traveling back tonight. Thank you for everything you have given to us, Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
announcing the roster for Waldron. Number 1, Gabino Greno. Number 2, Bryson Barker. Number 3, Chris Lopez. Number 6, Baldy Valerial. Number 7, Sean Frayer. Number 9, Michael Greno. Number 10, Matthew Brigance. Number 11, Sean Dixon. Number 12, Peyton Lippum. Number 14, Ambrose Poor. Number 16, Braden Mays. Number 21, Trevor Bates. Number 22, Trevor Hunt. Number 23, Trenton Hunt. Number 25, Joseph Rogers. Number 31, Connor Marcellus. Number 32, Kason Davis. Number 33, Montana Wesley. Number 35, Logan Young. Number 41, Stephen Figueroa. Number 50, Fernando Triana. Number 51, Patrick Poor. Number 53, Logan Fielding. Number 54, William Ashley. Number 55, Zayden Jones. Number 56, Zach Green. Number 57, Zeke Cloea. Number 65, Blake Owens. Number 66, Miguel Triana. Number 71, Leo Lopez. Number 72, Blake Allen. Number 75, Lucas Nix. Number 77, Marcus Dye. Number 79, Will Solomon. Number 84, Cody Ferguson. Number 88, Jacob O'Donnell. The head coach for Waldron is Doug Powell. He's assisted by Mark Brigance, Bob Coker, Corey Chambers, Chance Tanner, Garrett Lisenby, and Bo Sykes. And now the roster for your Mena Bearcats. Number 1, Austin Kirkendall. Number 2, Cody Bollmeyer. Number 3, Michael Escobar. Number 5, Tu Wong Kung. Number 6, Gabe Corcoran. Number 7, Dennison Reed. Number 8, Evan Gray. Number 9, Jesse Garcia. Number 11, Joseph McClellan. Number 12, Maddox Medlin. Number 14, Caleb Peters. Number 15, Austin Rose. Number 16, Travis Fairchild. Number 21, Omar Cecilio. Number 22, Blake Brown. Number 23, Brenton Rose. Number 24, Jesse Perales. Number 26, Jarrett Berger. Number 27, Colby Davis. Number 30, Robert Hill. Number 32, Christian Samaripa. Number 33, Jaden Phoenix. Number 36, Jeffrey Richmond. Number 40, Tristan Crane. Number 45, Ian Hughes. Number 50, Kevin Hensley. Number 51, Christian Miller. Number 53, Reed Henry. Number 54, Jordan Roberts. Number 60, Carter Allen. Number 61, Jet Baber. Number 64, Chase Henry. Number 65, Christian Stewart. Number 66, Bobby Wallace. Number 70, Seth Fruin. Number 71, Nathan Philpott. Number 72, Jake Brotherton. Number 75, Sean Ball. Number 76, Luke Floyd. Number 77, Logan Yang. Number 79, Trace Huff. Number 80, Isaiah Day. Number 82, Sully Massey. Number 84, Jackson Baber. Number 85, Aiden Golden. And number 88, Trey Day. The head coach of the Bearcats is Craig Bentley. He's assisted by Landon Dover, Matt Sandifer, Chad Arnold, Kyle Smithers, Tommy Johnson, Ryan Lutmer. Your captains for tonight are number 1, Austin Kirkendall for the Bearcats, and number 79, Trace Huff. Captain for Waldron, Camino Grino, and Patrick Poore, number 51. Bearcat fans.
And
Are
welcome,
you ready
folks,
for
to
some
another
football?
presentation of Bearcat Foundation Live
Get on your feet.
Mena Bearcat Football. And
Let the team know
it's
you're ready
homecoming
for
night
football.
here at Bearcat Stadium, where Mena Bearcats are taking the field as we speak, about to take on the Waldron Bulldogs. And
Are you
boy, all the
ready
pomp and circumstance
for the
started
football?
about 20 minutes ago, and lots of dresses and makeup and all that stuff. Wow.
Got all the stuff that doesn't really come apart, be
Had
a
a-
part of a football game.
Oh
but
my
it is
gosh,
part of
makeup,
homecoming week.
getting your toes did. I had no idea. I got a close-up look at how the sausage was made this time, and it was quite an experience, quite awful. I'm ready to get to some football here, Anthony.
And I tell you, tonight, Clint, it looks one of the few times throughout the course of a year that it looks like we're going to win this.
We're going to win warm-ups. Yes.
We're going to win warm-up.
And this is a Waldron team that's really licking some wounds, but so are the Bearcats. Bearcats are coming off of 2 straight losses against Hot Springs and Boonville. Weren't really close, and
You got 2 losses where the offensively we just had 0 output. We weren't able. In some cases, we were able to move the ball just a little bit, but then we couldn't do nothing when we got inside the red zone with it. So we got a touchdown in late last week, and we just hope that Austin can get it together and let's score early and often here tonight and get back on track.
the scores don't indicate it necessarily, but the performance of the Bearcat defense throughout, even through the last 2 losses, you're holding Boonville to 14-0 outside of 2 plays. I mean, it was a good performance, and they held on for about 3.5 quarters or 2.5 quarters, and then before the floodgates opened. And if you just get that offensive output, Bearcats are averaging about 170 yards through the air and about 60 yards on the ground. Before the season started, we really anticipated a strong ground attack.
So you almost flip that scenario where we would maybe get 50, 60, 80 yards on through the air and the rest of that on the ground, but it just hadn't worked out that way this year.
Because 180 yards on the ground equals more stick moving. It's more effective, and so you'd like to be able to get that, clear that 3 digits on the ground at least, especially getting into 4A. So this is a very important conference matchup for Mena. And it looks like a very depleted Waldron team, Anthony. Bearcats lined up to receive, and it's a short kickoff. Going to down. Trey Day's going to come up with it and immediately fall. We'll say he downed it.
He was trying to take off and run, and it's like that ground had a little slick on it.
Yeah. Got that out of the way.
He forgot to put the cleat in.
That's what it is. The grass wasn't mowed right there.
Mark Wallace, umpires.
Somebody left the sprinkler on too long right there.
Bearcats in a 2-back setup.
Jeff Marks.
Got Felix at the running back spot. He fakes to him. Austin Rose rolls back. He's going deep, looking for a man. Bounces up in the air, and Trey Day comes down with it. It careens off the defense's hands, and Trey Day concentrates there, stays in the play, makes the reception, makes a man miss, and into the end zone.
You know, that was not one of Austin's better throws.
No.
And kind of underthrew him, and the defender was there to make a play. And good hands right there to keep a concentration on the ball by Trey. Maybe that gives him a little confidence because he's been dropping a few balls here throughout the first few games, and maybe he doesn't drop any tonight.
Extra point attempt and is up and looks to be good. It is.
Just kind of a line drive shot right there. He didn't get much air on it, but
what Trey Day has got to do in that situation is to put the brakes on and meet that at the highest point. He doesn't need to be trying to catch that at chest high. He's not a guy that's going to blow by everybody. I mean, he's got good speed, but he needs to take advantage of that height and get used to jumping and catching it because he doesn't have to jump far.
No, he's going to have probably 6 to 7, 8 inches on pretty much anybody that faces him.
The defender in that play really spotted up in the perfect spot and just jumped early. He was coming down as the ball hit his hands. It's weird how that happens when you're on your way down. It seems like it's a lot harder catch for the kids than if you meet it at the top or if you jump late and you're going into the ball.
And that, speaking back to what we were talking about just before the kickoff, Clint, that passing game, the deep passing game. We had a few deep passes dropped last week that would have been touchdowns, and 2 that I can think of for sure that were just walk-in touchdowns. And we catch that first one tonight. And let's get the defense
that's something
out here
that we have not faced this year is, those drops. Kick, and it's a onside kick, and it it bounced all around the Bearcats. It's a perfect onside kick. It careens up, hits a Waldron Bulldog, and then bounces back and ping-pongs around some of the Bearcats, not able to come up with it. It's the second straight week the Bearcats have opened up with an onside kick.
I wish I'd have been watching the replay right there.
Yeah. We got the feed on, and it comes on about 30 seconds later.
So now let's see if the Bearcat defense can be tough right here and shut out, get the ball back to the offense.
It's a perfect opportunity to critique your wife's camera ability, Anthony. Waldron back to pass. Quick throw, complete.
Good looking pitch and catch
Gain
right there
of
by
about
the Waldron
8.
quarterback and receiver. I was told I can't do that.
She can't imagine.
She's too close to me for that backhand right now.
We're gonna have to. We need to flip her and Brian, don't we? Waldron back up to the line quickly. Got 2 receivers up top. They have a tight end. They run into that strong side. Going to be right at the first down. He gets a pretty good spot.
That sideline marker gave him a pretty good spot, I felt like, right there.
Depends on what foot he's on. He's right by the sticks over there.
I think they're going to mark that as a first down.
Don't really need to stop it for a measurement here. He's still scoreless at 10:56 here in the first quarter. Or actually, it's 7-0. Scoreless other than those 7 points.
They're going to mark it short.
They're doing a official timeout. That's interesting. Don't know why you're right at the sticks.
No, they were just getting the spot of the ball.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
For the hash.
Third down and extremely short. They're going to run the option, triple option, pitch out to the outside. I think the ball hit the ground, didn't it?
It didn't hit the ground, but I don't think he got an inch. And an inch is about all they needed right there.
Logan Young on the carry for
I think they spotted him back a little bit farther. Boy, an odd call because I think the fullback would have had it, don't you?
If the fullback or the quarterback, you mean?
Yep. They did a triple on that, wasn't it? I think that he rode the fullback on that initial. This time they do dive straight forward with the quarterback, and the defensive line of those Bearcats comes up strong. That's Roberts and Bobby Wallace.
They crashed in off the edge. It's like they sent a triple team after Yang, so he kind of got a stalemate right there, but everybody else was in on the play.
It's Bobby, not Bubba Wallace. I promised I wouldn't say that to Bobby.
He loves that, right?
He does not. No. Not a Bubba Wallace fan. Bearcats into the back with the spread formation. No, that is a two-back. Quick throw out to the outside, and he's got some space. Complete to Caleb Peters. Caleb Peters makes a man miss, still on his feet all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And that was set up, Clint, by that wide receiver block out here in the flat. It just pinned his man to the ground, and Caleb used his speed to get out there and
first down.
Pick up that big game.
In a two-back set again, but this time it looks like they're going to go under center.
Yeah, they're in the eye here.
They had said they were going to do that a little bit more than they have this year, down in the red zone here. It is play action again. He looks like he's got Trey in the corner, throws it late, just held on to it a little bit too long and ran out of room.
Just kind of alligator arm that one right there.
Second and goal.
He was open early, and
little T-Rex arms.
Mm-hmm. Well, he trying to catch it in bounds. That one you want to let go of it a little bit earlier, and he would have had it. Trey beat the man really early. Single back this time, pistol. This time they hand it off, and it's Felix still on his feet fighting forward. He had his hands out and had that ball out there like a loaf of bread. That was dangerous.
He's done that since he was in Pee Wee.
And he just doesn't get knocked loose, though. Good-looking run by Felix, gain of about 7 on the play.
3-yard line, 3rd and 3.
3rd and goal to go at the 3-yard line. Looks like they're going with a two tight end formation.
And they're playing a little of that left tackle this week.
They hand off again. Boy, the pressure's able to get from the backside. Probably had a mix-up in the blocking because he just came through untouched, I believe.
Somebody just didn't get a read on their blocking.
Because you got a good push up front, in the certain spots, but I believe is at 51, the defensive end. He just comes through. No, it was a tackle.
It was a tackle. It came from where the pulling tackle came from.
Usually that's filled by a center, but you just don't know. I mean, it's the offensive blocking schemes, especially when you start running a trap like that, are really complicated. This time Austin Rose is rolling out. You have 4th and goal. Austin pulls it up, comes back to the left side. He's got space to get in the end zone, pulls up almost into the end zone. It's like he pulled up, I don't really know, like he's thinking about throwing once he crossed the line of scrimmage maybe.
Yeah, that's one
just doesn't make it in.
Just you kind of lay out and dive for that one right there. Go get the touchdown.
Make the highlight reel right there. Waldron will take over on downs. Mena misses an opportunity right there. Mena gets possession on a turnover on downs about their own 45 and really goes right down the field on a single passing play, and then the drive stalls at the 1-yard line of Waldron right there. 8:23. Bearcats are leading 7-0 after that spectacular first play. Bearcats with 5 down linemen look.
I'm going to say
Their standing linebacker, they're bringing some heat. Get past that first line, but don't get much. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Try to go after a safety right here, see if they can't pick up.
I think they were coming after that one. They just
Caleb Peters
missed on the paper, scissors, rock. That's where the two coaching staffs try to
outwit each other.
Exactly. Waldron 2nd and 7. They hand off again. Pressure in the backfield. They're not able to wrap him up. Just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's all they're going to give up right there. Strung that one out just like you draw it up, Clint.
I believe that's Colby Davis on the bringing the heat right there, and slows him up in the backfield. Not able to come up with the tackle. So you got 3rd and 5. Big down right here.
And what I'm seeing right here, they're trying to run. They're running a whole lot right at Yang and Bobby.
Sometimes you want to do that to neutralize a lineman like that, but he's going to drop back, and he is bringing heat. It wasn't a screen. I was going to say it's a screen. We just whipped them that bad. Boy, Bearcat defensive line comes up big right there, and it's going to be a 3 and out for Waldron.
You had a little twist move. Bobby coming in from that diving in and Yang twisting out to the outside. And looked like we had quite a few get bust through that offensive line.
Big time. It was a jailbreak, wasn't it? Got to think that's going to continue. You just look at the physical matchup. Look at it right now in the special teams play. You wonder, you're going to get through. You better get it off fast.
Now they're jogging on a little beef.
Got a little bit of beef coming out there, but the other 4 spots are all skinny dudes. Snaps back and the punt's up, and it's not great, but it's going to take a Waldron bounce. Big Waldron bounce. Going to be almost get it out to midfield. You got to say they'll take that. It'll be net of about 45-yard punt.
The 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
Bearcats with 2 great offensive possessions here so far. 6:55 left in the first quarter, leading 7-0. Not able to capitalize on the second one. They stall out at the 1-yard line of Waldron.
I would like to see us kind of put a little bit of a ground game together with this. I like hitting the big pass plays, but we've got to be able to control that clock as this game wears out too.
Well, you're going to need that in conference play. You know, when you face your Dardanelles and Lamars and Ozark, you're going to need that ground game to come together. Going to go empty backfield. They're running Felix out there. A lot of beef on the line of scrimmage. It's a quarterback run. Austin Rose showing off his speed there. Gets to the edge. Nice gain of about 6. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. Again, Austin right there at that point of contact is like he was thinking about making a cut and just does it a little bit too close. Need to do it back. Waits too late, and then he's in the middle of his cut when he's making contact.
But you had a great block. Jaden went all the way out to the sideline to make that block back across the middle of the field.
Boy, it was just crushed right there, wasn't it? It felt like that was going to go for a lot more. 2 backs in the backfield. You got that skinny twins at the top. Going to be a jet sweep. Looks like he's got the edge right there, and that is
Blake Brown.
Blake Brown
showing off that new speed that he's picked up this year.
I know. He got a speed bonus in the offseason. 1st and 10 Bearcats down to the Waldron 32-yard line.
That's another
Bearcats on the move right here. They're sticking with that heavy package. They've got 2 backs in the backfield. You got Jordan Roberts and Colby Davis. There's a blocking back, and he pulls to the right side, and Colby.
Jaden Felix on the carry for the Bearcats.
Colby and Jordan Roberts pull off to the right side, and great blocks right there, and Jaden Felix follows that in. Big gain of 6 yards.
2nd and 4.
You'd take that almost any time.
Oh, big time. That's just a gut punch, something you know you can do over and over. These are low-risk plays. Keeps you ahead of the sticks. Waldron sticking with that 3-man front. They got two standing linebackers. Misdirection, that their cheetah package doesn't fool anybody. But Peters making people miss. He's got the edge. He's reaching towards the end zone and makes it. That should have been a loss of 6, Anthony, because Waldron was all over that, and Caleb Peters just refuses to go down.
You had him by the jersey, throwing him around, slinging it around. He kept his feet and then reverses field all the way back.
In the grass, 3 different Bulldogs had a shot of him. 2 of them had a hold of his jersey, spinning him around. He did 2 full 360s and then gets out of it and into the end zone.
Our camera person said that's her Sweet Pete.
All right. He just moved up in her book, I guarantee you, right there. Just don't forget that out there, kids, that Chicks dig football. Brings the score to Mena 14, Waldron 0 here with 5:15 left in the first quarter. Let's take this chance to thank one of our sponsors. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Mena Insurance Agency. For all of your insurance needs, coverage first for 104 years in downtown Mena.
Go ahead and roll one more.
We'll roll one more if you get ready. Go ahead and do Maddox. Also like to thank John Maddox, State Representative John Maddox, representing Polk, Scott, Montgomery County. You know, we never include his contributions to the Bearcat Foundation, but he's one of the founding members of the foundation. Don't want to hurt his feelings. You can't hardly hurt John's feelings. He gets yelled at for some mundane things. And no, it's
able
not.
To roll off his back.
That's right. He is the man that saved the train. Kick is up. Hits the ground, and Waldron picks it up at the 8-yard line. Does not make it back to the 20. Great coverage by the Bearcats.
I think if I was him, I'd try to let that ball roll on out of bounds.
It might have made it out of bounds right there. Had that end-over-end bounce going. Waldron will take over at their own 18-yard line. Waldron not able to get anything going on their first possession. First 2 possessions, really. They got a first down. But Bearcat defense
looking strong right now.
Very strong. Get a turnover on downs and then a 3-and-out.
You know, that
Waldron
quarterback,
with the spread
that first
formation.
throw out of the game here tonight and looked really good.
He moved early. I think they're going to call that one on the quarterback.
But since that opening completion, they just hadn't been able to do anything.
Well, this is one of those things where it's not just coming from one spot; it's coming from everywhere. They don't want to get in a obvious passing down. Of course, 1st and 15 here. You got to think that Craig. I bet Craig bringing some heat right here. If he walks Colby Davis down, he's not. Colby's on a man in that slot. Just going to. No, he does bring Colby Davis. With this time, boy, Colby Davis almost gets the sack, but he's got his hands up around the face mask, so he doesn't grab it. So it could end up being the 5-yard variety because it just kind of swept across his face right there. But Colby did a great job of disguising that because he didn't look or anything. He was looking right at the man he was on, made it look like coverage. And, boy, he did. If this is anything other than a 5-yard, I was looking at the delay here on the broadcast, Anthony, and it just barely brushed his face mask.
It went right across the face mask, but
I mean, it would have been a decent no call. I think live it was a little worse than what it actually was. And of course, the Wizard Don figured out he got the graphics going, decides to show everybody. He just wants to show it off now. He's just showing off. Don't ever confess, Don.
Face mask against the Bearcats. Intentional grounding. All set. Replay.
They're going to call offsetting penalties
Huh.
on intentional grounding and then the face mask on Mena.
Wow.
So you're going to replay first down.
That is a really horrible intentional grounding call because he had a guy. I mean, it only landed about 2 or 3 yards away from a guy. I mean, it wasn't catchable by any means, but I don't know who on earth would have called intentional grounding on that, but toss sweep, trying to get to the outside. The kid shows a little bit of speed. It was going to be a lost yardage play, but he gets to the edge just enough to get to the line of scrimmage. Bobby Wallace played that really well.
Played right down the line there, and like you said, I thought it was going to be a lost yardage. He ended up picking 1 or 2 up there.
Bring up 2nd and 13. 4:42 here in the first quarter. A lot of action here for one quarter. Waldron back to the spread. Going to drop back and pass right here. He's got some pressure, steps up in the pocket. It's a bad idea.
You're going to have
flag.
A holding in the offensive lineman in the backfield there. So that's just going to push your Waldron Bulldogs back even further.
Waldron is having to say they're having a hard time is an understatement with the front four. The Bearcats just played that one straight with their just rushing their 4 down linemen and letting everybody else cover. And they got a tremendous amount of pressure right there.
So Craig's going to decline the penalty and go ahead and take the loss of down right here.
I said that, but then I saw 27 coming out of the backfield. Craig's still trying to send one of the linebackers. Colby Davis rolls over the short side of the field, 4 down linemen. They're going to go ahead and run this one out. They run up the middle. He's got a hole, but Waldron's going to be content to punt it. It's not a play you run with the idea that you're going to make it.
He just picked up more than we'd like to give up there, but it's still going to bring up that 4th and long.
They didn't even try to show pass and run a draw right there and hand it off. I mean, they just ran a single back dive right there. Content to run a little bit of clock and kick it away. Had a hard time fielding the snap. Great punt considering. Risky reception there, Caleb Peters.
Caleb Peters fields the punt.
I wasn't actually sure of the number when I said Caleb Peters, but I knew by what he did that was Caleb Peters. Caleb's a kid that's got a lot of confidence.
He doesn't lack confidence.
No. And it works out for him.
Fortunate thing there, he was able to hold on to the ball, but coach is going to have a little talk to him about that one.
Travis Thrillkill comes in for Caleb so they can have that talk. Travis Thrillkill, again, the guy that only catches first downs. Got twins down here at the bottom, 2 backs. Quick throw to Travis, and as soon as I say that, every now and then he doesn't catch a first down.
Well, and just missed the block right there.
Yeah.
Blake Brown was on this guy. He just didn't get him sure-handed up. But
the next guy was 12 yards downfield. If Blake could have gotten in on that, he really got his head on the wrong side of the body there, didn't he?
Got his head on the wrong side, so that's just set the block up to fail. And that first block out of the gate Blake had was a great one. So we know he's got it in him. He just missed on that one.
2 backs in the backfield. Got 2 tight ends. This time they're going to run the option. Toss. I believe that's Graves. Good-looking play right there. Going to be a gain of about 7. Get them close to
that
3rd and 5.
Evan for sure. And Evan's probably going to try to get a few more snaps out here on the offensive side because he's been playing a lot of defense and not getting a whole lot of chances on the offensive side.
Evans, a kid last year, showed good power and got a really good elusive cut, that first cut. He's always comparing him to his brother. Great looking play right there. Haven't seen a lot of that option. Time they go to the cheetah package, and it is
gonna be
so effective at that quarterback just falling backwards right down that 0 gap. He runs right where the center was. Has his back turned to the line of scrimmage, and the play action going both directions. really confusing. The linebackers really have to commit to trying to stop those two backs going in opposite directions, and it opens up the middle of the field. And
the first
Austin,
4 games of the year there, Clint, it hadn't been Austin running that package. It's been the junior Gabe Corcoran coming in to run that. So, and coaches are they've said that they're going to run that a little bit throughout every game.
Trips over here on this side of the field, and ball is in and out of the hands. Boy, I think that's the first drop. Travis got drilled on that one.
He
caught it in traffic.
He got sandwiched right there between 2 guys. That was going to be a great catch if he comes up with it, but
he's
second and 10 here.
He's taken some shots before and come down with it. Same package. He's got trips down here on the wide side of the field. They got Trey Day matched up, but they're going to toss it. Missed a block on the outside, and Felix just bulldozes that guy. That's an unblocked man, and Felix, I mean, by all intents and purposes, that should be a play for no gain. And Felix just beat that guy.
Beat him, and then once he gets stood up, falls forward for 2 more yards.
That's just a great run. He really kind of high-stepped it and got the guy to give up his outside leverage and just made a great play right there. Because that's an unblocked outside linebacker right at the point of attack, and he's still able to gain 9 yards. Well, that was 7 yards. Got 3 backs in the backfield, diving forward, 4th down. Felix dives forward, and it's a big first down.
That's about a 4-yard gain right there, just running right at him.
That's another Bearcat.
The line just caved that right side.
Really
down.
like to see that, Anthony, don't you?
Yeah,
I mean, because you're generating, taking a little bit of the pressure off of Austin, and you're eventually going to have to walk some of those safeties up, stop that,
and then you can bust them over the top.
Bust them. They're back, going back to that trips look, pistol formation. Get a great defense, got a great jump on the snap. What a play by Austin Rose just to get rid of it. Almost comes up with the completion.
That was Caleb out there, and if that ball hadn't have been down around his shoelaces, he might have taken that into the house, Clint.
Look at the delay there, Anthony, because the defensive line really got a jump on the snap. Watch this. They really took off. They were almost by Yang and Roberts. No, that's Brotherton, two of the best linemen out there. And they were almost completely past them before they even came out of their snap. You won't see that very often, both of those guys missing their blocks. Great looking throw and catch that time. That's a tough route to throw. That's about a 12, 15-yard out. And on the short side of the field, it's got to be a great run route and an awesome pass, and you're rolling to your left side. Awesome play by Austin Rose.
And a great catch by Blake Brown.
Yeah, really great route. He waited until he got that guy turned, and then he breaks. Austin back to pass. He throws short here to Caleb Peters. Caleb Peters runs it out towards the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. Right as time runs out here in the first quarter.
Just a simple drag route, about, a 5-yard drag across the middle of the field, and no pressure on Austin right there.
None
He's able
whatsoever.
to sit there and just pick it apart. Wait till he caught that window that Peters was running right through.
He was just waiting for him right here. You see Brady do that on Sundays.
In Caleb fashion, that Peter shuffle right across the field.
Shuffles right down. It looks like a 5-4, and he moves like a 4-4. Extra point is up and good. That's something little brother masters. He absolutely runs like a nose guard, but somehow covers ground like a cornerback.
Chews that ground up.
Oh, he does, and he just shuffles. Take this time to thank another one of our sponsors. I'd like to thank our friends at Nidec. Nidec Motors, all for dreams. Great things going on out at Nidec. Nidec, you don't think of Polk County and the employment and the culture, machining culture, and all the benefits at all the businesses around Nidec and used to be U.S. Motors throughout the years. Over 50 years in Polk County, and really the spawn of the hot rod culture. You got a lot of guys that know how to run a CNC mill, and before that, just a manual mill, and able to come up with different automotive parts and a lot of business around it. Spawned out of Nidec Motors, and you too can be a part of that. Go out and see the folks at Nidec Motors.
Because if they're like everybody else in the county, they need workers too.
Yes, they are. I know you could. The couch is paying a lot of money now, but it's a whole lot more fun. Bearcats back to kick off. This one goes towards the sideline. This time they let it go out of bounds,
which was probably the move they should have made last time.
I like that. You don't really have to talk about it, throw the flag, and make a deal out of it. Just walk it out.
We'll bring the ball out to the 35-yard line, but Waldron will take over.
With the big lead here to start this second quarter, 21-0. Defense, I mean, they just aren't giving Waldron anything.
They're going ahead and bringing that extra linebacker on the passing downs, but they don't really have to.
They're getting plenty of pressure just with their front.
They're just total jailbreak at two spots on any given pass play. And then Waldron not able to get anything out of the run. Not able to match up with the Bearcats on the line of scrimmage. You got Twins down here at the short side of the field. Comes into motion. They're going to try the jet sweep. Got a little bit of room this time. Waldron going to get some positive yardage.
He's going to pick up 4 yards out of that, and that was pretty good.
Most successful run play for Waldron of the night. 11:45 left in the half. Bearcats leading 21-0. Waldron
getting a little Trey Day on the defensive line, getting him some snaps there on the defensive side.
The possessions have been short and sweet for the Bearcats. They're able to stay fresh. That's a key. So many two-way players on this Bearcat team. Trey Day coming loose right here. Brings the pressure from the backside. Trey Day chases a quarterback all the way around. The quarterback still gets it off. It's incomplete.
Had a receiver there, just kind of overthrew him.
He did.
You had Bearcat defenders right there, too, so he wasn't going to go anywhere if he had caught it.
We're looking at the vertical separation right here. It's really hard to see that when you're down on the field. It's easy to see when you're sitting up here in the stands.
Right.
From his perspective, I bet he was throwing through a slot because there's a lot of bodies between him and the receiver. They hand off here, try to get it on the ground.
Number 1, Grano.
Nothing there.
Waldron.
Going to bring up 4th and about 3.
Again, the Bearcats make contact right at the line of scrimmage, Anthony.
Roberts on the tackle.
They're able to fall forward for a couple, but it brings up 4th down. Looks like Waldron's going to again punt it. Going to go 3 and out.
Kind of, right now the game's kind of trekking out, kind of like the junior high game did last night.
It sure did. Boy, the junior high walloped them. Back, that snap is slow. The Bearcats this time they don't necessarily come after it, but
I think
Jet Baber almost got there.
I think he got a hand on it.
Might have.
Probably down on the 22-yard line.
I'll tell you here in just a second.
He ends up netting almost 40 yards on it.
I think he did.
Might have, yeah. If he didn't, it went in between. Thank another one of our sponsors, University of Arkansas at Rich Mountain. Great things going on at the University of Arkansas at Rich Mountain, and just a total culture change from what you remember 10 years ago, Anthony. If you
even 5,
I'm not sure you can remember that far back. Yeah, you're right. But it's just there. You've got on-campus housing. You've got sports facilities, opportunities
and they're
for a 4-year
doing well
degree.
in the sports.
Doing great. Not just having sports facilities, they're doing great. Austin Rose with the run. It's quarterback keeper. He's picking his way through the through the defenders. Big gain on the play.
I think he's going to end up getting the first down on that, and it was just he kind of slow played it the whole way.
He really did. He just let it develop out in front of him before he picked a hole.
Did not outrun his blockers. Let them set up. And once they got a block, he cut behind them.
First down.
They picked up 11 yards on that.
Austin's a kid that if he gets through that first line of defense, he's a danger to take it to the house. First down.
He's got good speed for a big quarterback.
10 minutes left to go in the half. Bearcats at their own 32-yard line. Trips down here at the bottom of the side of the field. Austin's looking at the short side. Doesn't have anybody open. He's going deep. He's got Travis Thrillkill. He was going for Travis Thrillkill wide open, but Caleb Peters saw it and really kind of tracked into the play.
With all the time that he had back there in the pocket, they finally called a hold on one of the linemen here.
I thought it might have been a late hit or something, but
no, it was thrown before he released it.
Okay. Austin Rose had all day back there. He was rolling out to avoid the pressure that wasn't there. He held on to it and let
the two Bearcats ended up being in the same quadrant right there. So then they ended up fighting for the ball.
Trying to get to Peters. Well, I know it's Trey Day on the short side. And he was trying to run that 15-yard stick, is it like an outside stick right there, and it just wasn't there. And so Austin looked to the second or third read, and Travis Thrillkill coming from the backside, he had made it all the way across the field, and he was open. Austin again back to pass, going to throw a screen, and wow, it was set up wonderfully. What a block by Brotherton. He sent the poor safety just flying backwards. What a play.
Blake right there was licking his chops.
Oh my
I might score a touchdown on this one the way it was set up.
Oh my gosh.
Just went in and out of his hands. He was looking where he was going to run first.
Big angry bodies on little bitty guys. That screen was set up perfectly. I think Blake just took off running a little bit before he got the ball. Mena with second and a mile now. Austin Rose rolls out, and the pressure gets to him this time. It's one of those you just got to get rid of because that's that's on the quarterback right there because that's one of the linebackers that you read him, and if he comes at you, you got to let it go. If there's nothing there, just get rid of it.
You had good coverage from Waldron down the field here, and well, he was wide open. He just didn't see him quick enough.
Well, sometimes you roll out, and that might have been a crossbody throw. He's basically out of the play because you can't throw. See, he's on the hash mark at that time, and he's open to his left. He's not far to his left, but that's an impossible throw that deep. But he was open.
Well,
Third down.
The linebacker turned him loose right there, and if he turns him loose, you got to be able to dump that quick.
Evan Graves on the carry for the Bearcats.
That's going to bring up fourth down and, 40 yards here?
Yeah, it's like somewhat less than from here to Hatfield. 8 minutes left to go here in the first half, and Waldron successfully stops the Bearcat offense.
It's going to be the first punt here of the night for Austin, and see if he can get off one of his good ones.
It wasn't just good.
What a
absolutely fantastic. All the way back. That thing's kicked from the 7-yard line. Going to go back to the 43.
Ball was touched. And
great punt.
That may be the best punt he's had all year long, and he's had some really good ones.
Wow. Dead at the 43-yard line.
That is going to net 50 yards, and that's in the air. No, not quite in the air. It ends up landing at about 48 yards and bounces a couple more. What a punt.
If he just think if he got that little kick forward on that one, it could have been a 65-yard punt pretty easy.
He tends to get that too. It's just a natural. This time they're going to go straight ahead. Waldron's going to plow forward.
First
good
time
gain on the
tonight
ground.
that
Yeah.
Waldron Bulldog O-line got a push there on that right side and going to pick up about 7 yards.
Waldron lined up with two
Gary
backs.
Carter on the tackle for
That time it
Mena.
just went forward.
Gain of 6. Is 2nd and 4.
By far their
For
biggest
Waldron.
gain on the ground so far. Going to bring up 2nd and 4, 7:42 left here in the first half.
Going to give Berger a little breather here at that Mike linebacker and bring a little bit more beef in there with Jaden. And that was Jaden Felix that got the hand on, knocked the pass loose right there. Dropping in coverage and just knocking it loose. But you had 4 Bearcats right there surrounding that receiver.
3rd down for Waldron. 3rd and 4.
You know, that was a quick pass, but you still got the defensive line winning the battles there, coming through.
Was that Yang that just whipping him right
I
up the middle?
don't think so. He's a little too tall. No. Is that Brotherton out there?
Yep, Jake is out there right
Jake. That was Jake at that left tackle. Drops back to pass again. He finds a guy on the outside close to the sticks, and then he spins and makes it. Going to be enough for a first down.
now. But you good
They've
open
been
field
rare.
tackle right there.
Yes.
That didn't allow anything past that.
Michael Escobar on the tackle for the Bearcats.
The Bearcats are bringing enough pressure that that's about the
Robert
deepest
Young
stick
on
route
the
that you can
reception for
run
Waldron, and
before the
that'll be a
pressure's
Waldron
getting to the
first
quarterback.
down at the 46-yard line.
So here's the first time tonight that Waldron picked up a first down.
Brotherton just looks great there on the defensive line because he did it again that time. 1st and 10 for Waldron. Going to the spread formation, going to jet sweep. There's a flag on the play
And that's going
and
to
a
be
face mask.
That's going to be a face mask. There was a penalty before that, and I don't know if that was a false start or.
Well, I think they'd blow it dead. It's interesting to be interesting to see what it is. I think that's Bobby Wallace getting up off the pile, and he's the guy that got the face mask, and he told the coaches.
So there's going to be. I'm thinking there's 2 fouls on the play here. One was the face mask on the tackle, and there's going to be another one just before that. So
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Shelter Insurance agent Talissa Montgomery. See Shelter Insurance for your auto, home, and life needs. Shelter Insurance, let us shelter you from the storm. She's a really nice lady.
going to keep you sheltered.
That's right. Be nice to her so she comes home happy, please.
Decided not to help us on the deal because she had a daughter out there on the homecoming
Oh,
court.
dear Lord.
That's
Looked
good.
like a motion again before the snap. Boy, that really drives you crazy as a coach when the receiver that's just running a clear-out route out here.
He was stepping back just to step off the line, I think, as the play took off.
Here's another flag on the play.
We'll see if he decides to not accept the penalty because it was a lost yardage right there, wasn't it?
Illegal shift on Waldron.
Well, I have to take it on the
I'm not sure that
pre-snap penalty.
I think they have to take it.
Yep, they do.
You should have blown it dead. No, he gets to make a decision. They're going to take the penalty. Push him back, going to bring up 1st and 15. 6:49 left to go in the half. Bearcats leading 21-0. You chance, folks, click that subscribe button. And it gives you a perfect opportunity to criticize everything that Anthony Eford says. Run on the play. Going to be a loss of 1 yard.
Carry for Waldron.
And that's just a great
Golden
play
Davis
down from
on
your
the tackle
linebacker
for the
spot.
Bearcats.
Jaden coming off and making that play if I caught the number right there. But the D-line's just whipping them up front.
Absolutely, boy. Loss of a yard on the play, going to be 2nd and
Be
16.
a loss of 1 on the play. Be 2nd and 16.
And you guys be easy on Anthony. He hadn't done this much. He's on his 56th game. Roll out to the left. Wow. Hook slide.
Yeah.
He didn't want any of that.
Matthew Burkett.
He had one bearing down on him right there, and he was not going to get that.
I didn't think he saw it coming. I thought that was about to be a collision.
I did. That's what exactly. That's like, look at this. But
Hold your
Evan
breath.
Graves on the tackle for
Yep.
the Bearcats.
so with this little lull, tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Baywash Car Wash here in Mena. At Baywash, we take pride in your ride. Brought Austin Rose in to play that deep safety spot here.
3rd and deep. This time they're giving him they gave him all kinds of time, but there is nothing there, and he steps past the line of scrimmage and is stopped very rudely by Colby Davis.
Tackle for the Bearcats.
Great looking tackle that time.
Yep, Colby right there in open field.
Gain of 3 for Waldron. Be 4th down and 11.
Waldron does advance the ball past midfield that time.
Had 3 first downs?
Mm-hmm.
And but then so rudely met by the Bearcat defense.
Waldron with a chance to punt right here. Another chance to punt.
Another chance to punt. And, I felt like we got a finger on that last one. Let's see if we can get in there and get this thing blocked. Get a special team score here.
That snap is slow. This one bounces forward. Caleb Peters picks it up. This time it did not work out for him. Running sideways.
Number 2.
Running sideways, and the gunner just had a really good beat on him.
Teed off on him.
Mena will take over on the 19th.
They're not going to let him spin out of it. Tonight's game is also brought to us by Mena Ford. For a look at the complete Ford lineup, see Mena Ford on Highway 71 North in Mena. You may have to look at it in pamphlets. If you see something you like, then Katie will go back and pick up the parts and assemble it for you right there on the spot. Twin receiver. No, it's empty backfield, and they draw them off sides.
Flag on the play. Offside.
Great
Waldron.
service at Mena Ford.
5-yard penalty.
And going to have a lot of stuff coming here pretty shortly.
We've got a good pile of stuff that's on the way, just like everybody else. We're going to get starting here next week. I should get about 2 or 3 a week here. But most of those are already sold.
I bet Katie sold them. Empty backfield, quick throw out to Travis Thrillkill, and all he does, Anthony,
Is a first down.
is catch first down. Brought to you by RVS Investment.
Montana
Pretty simple, safe
Wesley
play
on
right there,
tackle
Clint.
for Waldron.
Just get it out of the hands quick and
Mena Bearcat.
a decent block
First down.
out there on the edge, and Travis used his speed.
That's right. Plentiful speed it is. Bearcats with a tight. No, they're back in that. They've trips on the short side of the field. I thought there might have been a tight end. They're going to come in motion. It's a jet sweep, and it's Caleb Peters. And boy, I thought he was going to make him miss. Anthony, he's going to still be going out there.
Peters
Caleb
on
was
carry for the
expecting to make
Bearcats.
him miss too.
I was sitting there looking at Trey
Chris
Day
Lopez
because he was
on the
just
tackle
about to
for
throw a
Waldron.
block in the back,
Be
and I was
2nd
like,
and 7.
don't do it, don't do it.
He has done really good blocking downfield this year and avoiding that. A lot of times when a kid's really trying and working at doing that, you'll get some penalties. And Trey Days avoided it again that time. Back that empty backfield. He's going to quick throw. That was an RPO, and Austin hesitated on that.
Rose
That
carries
time he
to the
hesitated
41.
at the right moment. He didn't
Yep.
get
And
too
that's
close
another
to it before he
Bearcat.
tried it. And
First down.
I think that's the exact move he was trying to do earlier on.
Great run that time by Austin. Austin's able to weave through there and get first down yardage. Bearcats out to their own 41-yard line. 3:37 left in the half. Bearcats with all 3 of their timeouts.
Now you're going to bring Trey back into that tight end slot.
2 backs in the backfield. They're going to again run that quarterback sweep. Boy, got great room. Austin Rose is loose into the secondary. And he was still kind of trying to pick his track because he's got more speed than that. He was caught from behind. If he'd have known he was being chased like that, I bet he wouldn't have been caught.
That and there's one that he's wishing that he just kicked it in gear and went.
He was worried more about setting up that safety and keeping the blockers out in front of him, and he's caught from behind. What a great run, though. Well set up, well blocked. The backs and the linemen all winning at the point of attack. Crushed the Waldron defense. Big gain of about 20, 25 on the play. Austin Rose pump fakes. He's looking downfield, got a man wide open. Caleb Peters is going to walk into the end zone.
Right down the middle of the field there, Clint.
He actually ran, but he could have walked. Great throw and catch by the Bearcats to take the lead. It's going to be 27-0 pending the extra point.
You still got 2:55 to go here in that second quarter, Clint.
Austin pump fakes that screen look, quick throw out to the outside, and that brought the safety up, and then Peters just slides right back behind him, and he was wide open.
Just he kind of slid through that kick, and it was just not a very good kick.
Oh, I missed it.
Yep. 0. So that's going to keep the score at 27-0.
So Austin nearly flawless tonight.
Nearly flawless. I'm going to watch it on see if it's a ball placement or if he just it's like he maybe set that ball down just a little bit far back. But
you sound like a kicker. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Union Bank of Mena. Mena's only locally owned bank, hometown banking at its best. You talk about Polk County and it's and the involvement in the area, and you cannot miss Union Bank of Mena.
They're at every function out there.
A huge part of it, and helping bring the coaches show to you every week. You need to do the coaches show sometime. I think everybody's sick of seeing me.
You got more time on your hands than I do.
I do, yeah. You got so many cars to sell. Yeah. I don't know. If you're like me, everything, they're going to send it to me in 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's been 6 months, but it's going to be 2 weeks.
That's what we've been dealing with, whether it's parts or getting
Golly.
cars. And he got it. Oh!
Then it bounces off the Waldron receiver, and he still hadn't picked it up. Picks it up at the 1. Wow. Waldron started the process of picking that up at the 18, and he sit there and messed with it all the way back to the 1.
Juggled it and then kicked it towards the end zone.
Wow.
Figueroa fields the kickoff at the 4-yard line. He's stopped there by a host of Bearcats.
Every Waldron coach has their hands up on their head.
Is this a new batch of coaches for Waldron this year? Or are they?
No, it's the same ones. Same ones, just a total new batch of kids. The Waldron team last year was coming off of a sky-high performance the week before, and was it Mansfield team that they had beat? And it was a really big game, and it was one of the highest touted Waldron teams to face Mena in a long time. Waldron just tried to make them some space, and they lost a lot of space. Loss of about 3 yards. That's gonna pin them back at the 1-yard line. Waldron in danger of giving up a safety now.
Big Bobby Wallace was wanting to get that safety. He was calling for it, but
I believe Bobby split a double team to make that play.
For the Waldron Bulldogs.
Bearcats bringing pressure right there as well. No, that was a linebacker.
I think that was Jared Berger coming right up the middle, wasn't it?
Great job by Berger. Tried to disguise it, but then he let loose a little early. Waldron, this time the quarterback sneak, and it was a good call. Good call. That's a big play for Waldron. Waldron really needs to generate some first downs here. It's going to be 3rd down, and you're in an obvious passing down, and that's not good news.
The clock is ticking. Got a minute 41. They don't want to give the ball back to us real quick here right before the half.
They really snapped it early on that 2nd down play. They had about 18 more seconds they could have let go. Mena with 3 timeouts. They've got one more play. toss sweep. They're just going to keep it on the ground.
I couldn't tell it.
Bearcats trying to get a timeout, and they do. Minute 9 seconds. Waldron will have to punt from their own 10.
Brings up 4th down and 4 yards to go for Waldron.
Time to thank one of our sponsor, Gentry Chevrolet, is wishing the Bearcats a healthy and winning season. Come see the folks, Gentry Chevrolet in D-Queen, for all of your Chevy needs. Pickup and delivery available to their Mena customers. Our 2nd year with Gentry. Great folks there. They're connected to the Fighting Colby Davis's family. Thank those folks. Still in the timeout.
What do you think, Craig, going into halftime? What's he going to say to these boys?
Wow, keep it up. Don't drink too much. Gatorade. Go fight, win. Boy, it's been all Bearcats here the first half.
You going to talk about what you've done, but
start game planning for next week. I don't know. Wow.
Don't want to let your foot off the gas.
Yeah.
Coming when they come back out of halftime here, but let's see what we do on this punt. Maybe Caleb gets his first punt return for a touchdown right here of the year.
It's going to be a line drive. Boy, Waldron got back there in a hurry. They really did. They busted right through there.
Waldron's punt is blown dead at the 45-yard line.
Wasn't a bad punt.
That's
going to set up a short field.
You're not supposed to take off until the
1st and 10.
punter kicks it. And, boy, they got down there in a hurry because that was a line drive, and the Gunners were already there.
See if we try to run this or if we try to catch them over the top here.
Got a minute and 3, and they got all 3 timeouts. Got single back in the backfield, twin receivers on each side. Got Travis Thrillkill right there, and he floats it up to Caleb Peters, and it's going to be intercepted. Caleb Peters had kind of outside leverage, but there wasn't much room there, and he
12, Peyton Lipham.
That one there, he tried to force that one in. That was really good coverage.
He had perfect positioning. He tried to lay it up there and let Caleb fight for it, and Waldron's able to come down with it. He throws such a good catchable ball, though. You got to think you got a good chance of that with Caleb match up with anybody. Just not able to come down with that one. Going to be intercepted.
He had a little last-second twist. He had to adjust to that ball. Otherwise, I think he may have had a better shot at getting it.
Might have gotten it.
And Waldron's biggest play of the game.
Especially on the ground, about a 13-yarder, 47 seconds yet. Waldron left. Waldron.
That's a Waldron first down.
Obviously just content to go in at half here. And, of course, you're coming from deep in your own territory. They're not going to go for the timeouts and trying to extend it. Rolls off to the right, and, boy, throws it right to a Bearcat defender. There is no Waldron receiver in the area.
The receiver was behind all the defenders. He almost got a hand on it and caught that deflection.
Yeah, the receiver did.
Yes.
Watch. I think he must have expected somebody to be in that area, but it's just Colby Davis, and he just didn't see him. Just did not see Colby. Laid it in short, and he really wasn't open anyway. Going to hand off this time, straight forward. Good-looking run this time.
Good, strong run.
Yep. Waldron, of course, Mena with 3 down linemen.
Gabino Grano.
The line of
On
scrimmage
carry
is
for
really
Waldron.
key to what this
7.
Bearcat defense is trying to achieve because they need to win that.
8 yards. Be 3rd and 2 for Waldron.
They're going with 3 down linemen here to add to the coverage in this situation. 5.8 seconds left. Timeout, Waldron. 5.8 seconds. Let's take our chance to thank another one of our sponsors, Smith Pallet.
Timeout, Waldron.
Founded in 1949, serving customers throughout the South Central U.S. for over 50 years,
There's been a set of
producing
teams
quality
starting
hardwood,
with the first
softwood, and plywood
spot.
pallets.
Identify.
Smith Pallet has loading facilities for customer pickup and also offers delivery service via their company trucks, as well as Taco Tuesdays. And
Brian says they're high
obviously,
quality
yeah, absolutely, in tacos. And we obviously you came through with your promise to double Brian's sale in pallets through this one sponsorship.
Did it
'cause
work?
He's back here for the next year.
He gave me the thumbs up.
Absolutely. So you are an excellent pallet salesman, Anthony. Great job on selling that ad. Quick dive forward.
Well, the Cox down below is working his magic on the clock. He didn't run it, but now they're running it off.
That's something.
Carry.
That's something good to bring up because we joke about it, but that it's obvious that
That's halftime.
the Bearcat
Nope.
watching community is not a pallet buying community, and that the folks that are doing these sponsorships are doing this with the nonprofit Bearcat Foundation in order to support the Bearcat football
Timeout, Waldron.
program and get a chance to see those folks because they're not doing it for the advertisement and because most people are annoyed by Anthony reading the ads, but they overlook that and go ahead and sponsor this thing to help support the Bearcats.
Go ahead and do it anyway.
They do it anyway, right?
Despite us
It's
butchering up
despite
everything we do.
it's despite the quality of the announcers, and
First down, Waldron on the 42.
most of our quote unquote fans tell us that they turn the sound down and watch the Bearcats. So I don't think that necessarily qualifies. They're fans of Dawn, I think, in that case. Wouldn't you say?
I would say so. We just got joined by ex-Bearcat Samuel.
Current Ouachita Baptist
Grano on the carry, 16 yards.
baseball player.
First down for Waldron. And that is.
And that's going to bring the halftime with the
The
score
Mena
being
Bearcats
27 to
leading
nothing.
27
And it's been
to
all
0.
Bearcats here tonight, offensively and defensively.
Bearcats getting it done through the air 3 times and on the ground once and able to generate some ground game here tonight, and that's something we wanted to see. And tons of yardage. We'll get that but down to our crack stat department, and we'll get that to you next week. But we'll
have to get on Max Preps and see what it really is, 'cause we can just throw some things out there at you.
also we'll let Anthony.
Oh, and tonight's game's being brought to you in part by Don's Easy Pay. Is a family-owned business for 38 years. They offer rental, rent-to-own, and 120 days, same as cash. They carry all major brands of furniture, appliances, electronics, and are a self-serving dealer and do all the appliance work. Come to one of our 6 stores that serve 13 counties. Look for our new store in Boonville, which is up and going. It is not look at it now. It is there.
That's right. Don't have to look for it. It's there.
It is there. And before the marching bands kick it off, Arvest Wealth Management. For any questions about 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, annuities, rollovers, grow and protect your wealth. Contact Chris Threlkill for your investment needs.
Or if you need a first down, contact Travis Thurkill.
Travis Threlkill, the Arvest Wealth Management first down maker.
That's right. Absolutely. Automatic.
Oh, so with that, we're going to give the sights and sounds of the Waldron Bulldog Band and the Mena Bearcat Band.
That would be a good plan.
We can go get us a glass of water.
Give the Don's fans a break from us. we can go get a drink. So that we'll check out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to halftime, featuring the pride of Scott County, your Waldron High School Bulldog Marching Band. Tonight's performance is a tribute to Motown Records entitled The Motown Sound, featuring some of the best music to date from the 60s and 70s, including Steve Wonder's Superstition, Marvin Gaye's I Heard It Through the Grapevine, and Papa Was a Rolling Stone, featuring soloist Senior Owen Reitenauer on trumpet, and Junior Marvin Velasquez on baritone. The band is under the direction of Shanice McFerrin and Bryce Langley. Tonight's performance is being conducted by Senior Drum Major Lupita Morales. We invite you to sit back, relax, and let the record play. Ladies and gentlemen, the Waldron High School Marching Band. Mena Public Schools presents with pride the Mena Bearcat Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Charles Morgan and Tyler Huntington, and under the field direction of senior drum major Annika Thompson. This year's marching show is the Music of Motown. Tonight's opener is I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. The band finishes its halftime show with Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the Temptations. the Mena Bearcats Marching Band.
Can I have your attention? There's a Toyota parked near the concession stand, license plate number 496XPZ. Your lights are on.
And we're back here for second half action, folks. The Bearcats about to kick away to the Waldron Bulldogs, leading. Bearcats are leading the Bulldogs 27-0. We got up here late. Had a particularly good press box meal.
For the second half.
It was good.
Austin Rose kicks it away, going to pick it up at the 20. He bounds forward. Great job.
Well, there for a second, I thought he had a little lane to run into.
It looked dangerous.
Take over there,
Yep.
1st and 10.
Let's see if Craig and them keeps the defense going and rocking here in the second half, Clint, because outside that last drive with a couple first downs for Waldron, that's all they had offensively.
Yeah. Waldron taking the field here. They'll have the ball on their own 32-yard line. They'll see if they can get something going here. They're going to take the ball here first. Going to start off in the spread formation. Drops back to pass, and it's thrown high. You can tell that quarterback is trying to get rid of it quick.
Trying to get rid of it quick, and we kind of gave a soft cushion right there for the completion for about a 9-yard gain, but just got rid of it quick and a little firm, and receiver couldn't come down with it.
Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Got Twins at the top of the field. Going to hand off. Waldron's going to pick up about 3 on the play.
That was really a pretty good run by the back there. He squeezed through a little hole and picked up about 3 yards.
But you're still getting that pushback. They didn't get penetration. They weren't able to get past any of the linemen, but you're still, when you're making them cut right at the line of scrimmage, and it's amazing what the difference in being able to just get a little bit of push. It adds to your running angles. It really what opens things up. You just had to run into the crowd. Linebackers did a good job of filling. Again, they turn around and hand it off.
Just not giving them much up the middle.
Short gain, 4th and 5 on the stop for the Bearcats. Number 8, Evan.
Going to be a gain of a couple on the play. Going to bring up 4th and 5. It looks like Waldron's not really interested in going for it here, deep in their own territory.
I don't know if Evan looks like he may have got a little stinger or coming up to make that tackle. So
he off.
He jogged him off the field and put Jaden in the middle to anchor down that Mike linebacker spot.
Going to blowing it dead here. Looks like it might be a timeout.
Timeout, Waldron.
Timeout, Waldron.
Something here in the first half you've not seen out of the Bearcats were that, timeouts in order to get the offensive calls in. The Bearcats getting that together. Really looked sharp here tonight, Anthony.
It's looked really good. Got the plays in, called. And
take this timeout to thank another one of our sponsors, Sterling Machinery. Sterling Machinery, also established in the 50s, been here forever, and a lot of changes going on out there. Soon be breaking ground on an addition and possibly some major job opportunities in their mainspring / Edigen division. And really exciting, going to be part of a generator project that produces its own hydrogen fuel from distilled water.
Really?
Sounds like bull, doesn't it? And it's real.
Bull hockey.
It's right. Something they've been talking about forever. And green energy. And this time the pressure gets back there to the punter, and the Bearcats take advantage. I've been saying it all night. I mean, that snap has been slow, and Bobby Wallace comes up with it, doesn't he?
You had one that ran past him.
Ran past it. It could have been.
Bobby's the one that got the block here. So big Bobby Wallace coming up with the block punt.
I believe that was Jake Brotherton, ran all the way by him. I don't think he didn't expect to get through that fast. He didn't throw the brakes on. And Bobby Wallace gets there second and just stands in front of him and lets him kick it right into his gut. And I think he ended up coming up with the recovery as well, didn't he?
He got the recovery also.
Bearcats take over in the red zone. They hand off to Felix. Felix heading towards the outside. Definitely a hold right there at the 20. So this is going to come back and be
1st and 20.
Yeah. I think it happened at about the 20-yard line. So we'll bring it back to the 30. It'll be 1st and 17. So at least it was a hold that helped. So a lot of times you see that on the backside or something. after the action
Away from the
passed.
action.
Yeah, and the guy pulls away from you at that point, and that's where when the hold shows up.
Holding Mena will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
You know, and Waldron played that pretty decently. They had guys out there kind of stringing that along.
Be first and 17 for the Bearcats.
Colby Davis is in there at that up back spot, getting a lot of time on offense, playing both ways, a lot of snaps. Got Trey Day singled up over here, and he backs up, gives him a big cushion. They fake the play action. Going to go deep. He's got Trey Day there. Great throw, great catch, and another touchdown for the Bearcats.
Trey Day, number 88.
I thought he put that in one hand and held it out there. I thought he dropped it, Clint.
Man, he immediately caught it with both, but he immediately put it out there to show he was proud to get it. And Austin Rose put that right on the spot.
Yeah, there for a second, I thought he may have outthrown him, but he
right on
what
target.
What a catchable ball, though.
Yes. It looked like they're lining up to go for two. Going to hand off to Yang. Yang plowing forward to get the two-point conversion.
Fails.
And it fails. And giving the big guy some action right there.
Showing him a little love.
Bearcats now up 33-0 against Waldron.
One more score here tonight, and the clock will be nonstop.
Boy, this is really not normal. I mean, even you say some of the really strong Bearcat teams will come in here against a weaker Bulldog team, and they're still fight. I mean, this Waldron team just had too much of a talent deficit to really put up much of a fight.
Lutmer holding the guys over on the sideline, getting them a little pep talk for this kickoff right here.
See if they got something special here. Boy, it looked like he was backing up like he was going to onside it over to the far side of the field, didn't it? He is lining up for a left-footed kick. He kicks it deep. Nice looking kick, lots of hang time, and it comes loose, and they just jump on it to be safe. They're going to take the ball over at their own 16-yard line. Boy, there is nothing going on good for Waldron.
At the 17-yard line.
It just bounced right through his hands and then went off his chest. And
good looking high kick there for Austin. The Iron Man do everything, Austin Rose. Waldron will take over 1st and 10, or trailing 33-0. Been all Bearcats here so far.
And there's still a good crowd here in the stands here for tonight's contest, Clint.
Absolutely. Waldron plows forward for a 5-yard gain. Waldron at this point in time just wants to run some clock. But they go deep into play clock at this point. They just have not been able to get going at all.
6. Be second and 6.
I'm not sure they have, maybe 50 yards of offense.
It's most of it was in that last drive of the first half, Clint. Well, they picked up, 3 first downs on that last drive?
It's time they dive forward. As soon as we say that, the quarterback comes loose. He's into the secondary. It's a foot race. And Blake Brown was running him down. He kind of turns him to the inside. He's not the guy that made the tackle, but he turns him to the inside. Cody Bollmeyer makes the tackle, and then as soon as we say that, Waldron snaps off 55 yards.
They went right over the top of
that's a first down.
You got a second stringer in there on the D-line right now getting some snaps, and they exploited that one.
Went right at it.
We hadn't talked about getting the subscribers and getting our subscriber count
I know.
tonight.
I know. Oh, there's Sandra Klein. I just noticed the comment there. Waldron again with a nice run over the right side.
Grotto on the carry for Waldron.
Able to plow forward. They're down to the Bearcat 1 yard line.
Is that Sandra saying that she likes to criticize me?
That's exactly, yeah, because it can't be me.
Come on, Sandra.
We need something more specific, Sandra. Anthony likes it when you tell him exactly what he's doing wrong.
You don't need to leave anything for chance. That's my wife.
Just to the left of him. She's only 3 feet
To
away.
read that mind, and I'm not very good at it.
You got to spell it out for us. First and goal, Waldron again with that quarterback keeper. He plows forward, and he's into the end zone. Waldron gets on the scoreboard. It's 33-6 with 8:31 left here in the third quarter.
One big play set them up for that one right there, Clint, and they made it count.
Getting it all done on the ground there for Waldron.
Gonna go for the extra point.
They got the number 21. It's going to be.
Kicker got a good leg on him, though.
Yeah, he does. It went through. Going to have to go all the way to the D zone to get the ball back. This shouldn't be a problem for him from 5 yards farther.
On Waldron, be a 5-yard penalty.
Be kicking it from the 15-yard line. It's up again, and it's good. Nice looking kick there. That was number 71.
That makes the score. Bearcats 33.
I thought it was 21 too.
Anthony likes to see those linemen be able to get their chance to kick. Brings the score for.
I just like it when they have to go strap on the big steel toe sawed off shoe.
You like that change in style, don't you?
Yeah.
Home, life, auto, and business needs.
Chance to thank another one of our sponsors. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Mena Insurance. Go by and see the PT and folks. They're on Highway 71 North, right across from Union Bank. Take care of all of your insurance needs, auto, home, life, and business, health.
PT ain't been on giving us a hard time about what we're doing either.
I know. Or Christy. Keeping track of the scores throughout. 8:31 left here in the third quarter.
See if we can't pull up a few scores from around the conference.
Yep.
Number 71, Nathan. Number 71.
Waldron lined up here to kick off.
For Waldron.
High is going to come down at the 25-yard line. It's going to be Caleb Peters, and he's loose into the secondary, and it's a foot race down to the 30, the 20, the 10, and just like that, Mena stretches the lead back out to 33.
That was, you could almost see that just unfolded right in front of us, Clint.
He turned that on, went right at.
Had a good wall set up right there, and when he picked his way through it, there was just nothing when he bolted out the backside.
That turned into a boomerang kick if there ever was one.
I always like it when those kick returners get their foot in the ground and get going north and south. When they start going east and west, just
not a lot of good things happening at the water bucket.
Waldron got a hand on that extra point right there, but Austin was able to sneak it over the upright, and that's about all we got is a sneak over.
Barely poked it over. Takes the score to 40-7 Bearcats. So 8-19. A lot of action here so far in the second half, and Waldron able to get on the board first.
Now, you and I were talking before the game about Ozark being down just a little bit this year, but at halftime, Ozark's got a 33-7 lead over Dardanelle.
Dardanelle getting their starting quarterback back. Vega been out, and they were expecting to be able to put up some numbers, and wow.
Rose will kick it off for the Bearcats.
Looks like another score here real quick is Pottsville's over Lamar 28-21 in the third quarter.
That one's unexpected. I think everybody thought Lamar was down and Pottsville was up. And Waldron Fields.
I think he had the knee down when he
Fields the ball at the 7, but he knelt too low, got his knee down on the ground.
10-yard line.
Going to be around the 7-yard line.
Here's a shocker, too. Nashville is losing to Arkadelphia 33-0.
Wow. Boy, that's not going to go over well.
The Senior High Bearcats will host senior night next week against the Pottsville Apaches. The junior high and 7th grade Bearcats will be on the road traveling to Pottsville.
We're fired up about football here in Mena, but they might pack up and leave.
Well, they really weren't expected to have a great team, but just to be that far down this year.
That far down. Waldron again staying on the ground. This time Bearcats able to hem it in again, 1 yard. Boy, that opening drive for the Bearcats.
Gain of 1 yard brings up 2nd and 9.
I believe that was Jake Brotherton that just exploded that play up.
He blew that one up, but Waldron's able. That was their second drive of the night, and of the second half, they were able to get it going on the first play from scrimmage from the quarterback, and they haven't been able to replicate it here so far. But boy, they had a lot of success on the ground. Again, they go back to the well. Going to be a short gain of 1 yard. Going to bring up 3rd and 8.
And if you go back and look, Clint, we had 2 or 3 guys that were letting that second and third teamers in there, trying to get them some snaps, and they exploited those empty holes there from the starters.
You get Yang and Brotherton both in there at the tackle spots.
You got Bobby here on the closest to us, and
again they go back to that run with 3 backs, and it's
with that front 4 that's out there right now. They're just too strong, too big for them to.
Mm-hmm. You can't even tell who made the tackle as all 4 of them kind of met.
That brings up 4th and 7.
Going to bring up 4th and 7. Waldron going to bring the punter on. 6:44 left here in the third quarter.
And I'll tell you the other thing, when Evan came off the field, he's been sitting there on the bench. He must have got his bell rung a little bit because
you back out there?
Jaden stayed in there in that spot.
Kick is high. Comes down right next to 2 Bearcats. They run into each other. Cody Ballmeyer and Peters ran into each other on that one. Lucky that ball cleared both of them.
It landed really close to both of those kids. I think Ballmeyer got tripped up by one of the Waldron guys, and then Caleb was coming in to try to make a play on the ball.
6 minutes and 14 seconds.
Bearcats will take over on the Waldron 48-yard line, it looks like, maybe 47.
You got 6:14 to go here in the third quarter.
The Bearcat football program would like to
you did give the Waldron Bulldogs a score on the
for this season.
Yep. Take this time to thank one of our sponsors, John Maddox, State Representative John Maddox, representing Polk Scott Montgomery County. He's a great sponsor for us. Like to thank him for, if you see him, thank him for helping bring this broadcast to you tonight. Support the Bearcats. Bearcats going to get a penalty here. Not sure what it was. Do you?
It wasn't a penalty. They just had never got the chain gang set.
They had it at the 47. Something happened. we got the ball at the 47 back there. That cheetah package, I believe they got Gabe Corcoran in. He gets forward. Nice gain of about 4 on the play.
Gabe Corcoran on the carry for the Bearcats.
Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
And most what Gabe's going to do, he's going to run the football.
On the tackle,
He'll sneak a
Waldron,
pass in every now and then,
75,
but
Lucas
it's going to be
Nix.
pretty primarily on the ground when he's in the game.
What they call their cheetah package. You got 3 backs. It's time they hand off straight forward.
Yeah, it's Colby Davis.
Colby Davis with the carry. He's only going to be able to get 1. Going to bring up
Davis
3rd
on
and 5.
carry, gain of 2 yards.
Get one more score, that'll give the mercy rule back into effect here.
Going to get to 35 margin for that mercy rule to kick in. It's time to go misdirection to Felix, and Felix has enough for the first down. He spins forward yards after contact. Going to be enough for a first down.
Jaden's a kid that he almost seeks out like he's got a scope on it. He said, I'm going to go run somebody over.
He looks for him. I think if there's one guy between, if he could run in free or run over somebody, he'd run over the person. Looking for contact. Gabe Corcoran this time keeps it and sneaks forward for about a 6-yard gain. He actually got 7 or 8, and they spotted him back there. It's a tough spot.
It's going to be
2nd and 4. Brotherton coming out here.
Getting several of the younger Bearcats in the game right now, getting them some much needed snaps.
They hand off to that second option. That's Colby Davis. He's going to get a couple more. Going to bring up 3rd and 3 in 2-down territory here.
That'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Bearcats.
That was Colby that carried the ball. It didn't look like him there. Trying to get that.
I think they're going to switch the play. The line of scrimmage. Stay in that cheetah package. They're going to go with the dive. No, they're not. The quarterback keeps the ball, turns it into a sweep right there, and Gabe's going to get a first down to the 19-yard line.
I think he was supposed to give to Caleb on that.
Looked like it. He turned around and looked at him.
And like, oh,
what are you doing?
You done passed me.
Very deceptive offense out there right now. Looks like we deceived ourselves. Wholesale substitutions now going to bring in some of the younger guys. Quarterback sweep. One of those young backs left a guy. They're still running down there.
32, Tayson Davis on the tackle for Waldron. Be a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 for the Bearcats.
Be a loss of 4 on the play.
2:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
A little bit behind the sticks here. They're staying in that cheetah package. Waldron coming up close to the line of scrimmage. Snap is bobbled and again going to back up. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 16, loss on the play.
3rd and 16 for the Bearcats.
That snap was still your senior.
Timeout, official
your
timeout.
senior center still in the game. He just kind of snapped that a little bit high on Gabe.
Going to have an official timeout. Let's take this timeout opportunity to thank one of our sponsors. Like to thank our friends at NEDEC, NEDEC All for Dreams. Nidek is always here for the Bearcats in all of Polk County. They are looking for workers at Nidek. If you
snuck Austin Rose back in here at quarterback for this play.
Third down, he's going to draw back to pass. He's got a man on the slant. He hits him. It's complete. Touchdown, Bearcats. Wow.
Is that Blake Brown?
Yeah, Blake Brown with a catch. And
he kind of fit that in a pretty tight window between two Bulldogs there,
two Bulldogs that wanted to do anything but knock the ball down. He just laid it right in there, didn't he? I mean, it's just
rewatch this here.
The guy just jumps to the outside and stands there. And Austin Rose throws a nice pass between that outside leverage corner and the safety. And ball hits the upright and goes in. And right there, the margin is 40 points. So the clock will continue to run from here on out.
The only time the clock will stop here now is on the change of possession.
Like to thank University of Arkansas at Rich Mountain.
You got the Dr. Philip Wilson down here.
That's right. He's right next to us. We got to say something good. He can't hear us. He's got his headset on.
Oh, then we can bash him.
We can bash him. That's our opportunity. We just heard today about their new truck driving school that is going in. Yes.
Really?
They have 3 18-wheelers. It's going to be a co-op between the Costot. What is that called? College of Costot, the D-Queen wing. Is that the Arkansas State junior college, and going to try to draw them in from a wide area.
Well, you got a big shortage of truck drivers across the country.
Yes.
108 left in the third quarter.
Got a grant that subsidizes half of the tuition, so it only costs you $700, and you can get your CDL right here in Polk County. Kick is away. Waldron returning the ball. He's out to the 30, still on his feet. He's makes contact to the 35, falls forward to the 38.
Waldron returns the kick to the 39-yard
Couldn't tell who came in and gave him a good pop.
Good pop. He stopped him right there and then wasn't able to wrap up, but he gave him a good hit. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. The clock is supposed to be continuously running, and it's not.
It will on the snap. It just on that change of possession. I think it's still a dead ball.
You can almost see the Waldron coaches over there saying, "Wind it, please."
Now you got pretty much every one of your sophomores in there on the front, linebackers. Nope. Waldron's going to call a timeout.
And we're going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Waldron.
And tonight's game's being brought to you in part by Shelter Insurance Agent Talissa Montgomery. Shelter Insurance. Let us shelter you from the storm.
Somebody needs to shelter me from the makeup and dresses. And
I think you need to get in there and just get all that you can stand.
Dear Lord.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Baywash Car Wash in Mena. At Baywash, we take pride in your ride. And I guess we better get Dad's U-Locket storage in there.
Absolutely.
Before he comes and
Talissa Montgomery.
Gets us both.
Shelter Insurance is celebrating 75 years of great rates and award-winning customer service. Go by and let Talissa Montgomery quote your home, life, auto, and business needs insurance. At the conclusion of tonight's game, fans are asked to wait at the gate prior to entering the field until released by a Mena Public School administrator.
Yeah, we had to go pretty deep on the depth chart to find out the names of some of these
start
kids
pulling.
that are out there
I
right
got the
now.
roster up. Handoff straight ahead. Waldron able to get some penetration there. Going to be a gain of about 9 on the play.
Number 35, Logan Young on the carry for Waldron.
51 seconds here
Omar
left in the third
Cecilio.
quarter. Waldron
On the
out
side
to their
for the
own
Bearcats.
46-yard line.
Brings up second down and short. So let's see
Trace
if the
Huff there on the defensive line.
young Bearcats can get a stop right here.
No, it's Luke Floyd, young sophomore. Handoff straight ahead. Again, Waldron loose in the secondary. This time he's shakes off a tackler
Logan Young on
in the
carry for
secondary.
Waldron.
Big gain of about 30 on the play. Waldron down to the Mena 32-yard
Number 24,
line.
Jesse Perales on the tackle.
That
for
should
Bearcats.
bring up the
Jesse
end
Perales
of
on
the
the
third.
tackle.
First down on the 32-yard line.
So we're going
It's
to
the end of the third quarter. They're going to flip the field here, and Anthony, the great chance to get some experience here for these sophomores,
That's the
but they
end
got
of the
to
third quarter.
they got to bone up here and fight a little harder than that.
You got to get a little stiff and take a little pride and try to just keep that one score on the board.
Next week against the Pottsville Apaches. The junior high and seventh grade Bearcats.
Tonight's game is
will be
brought
on the
to you
road
by
and
Mena
Thursday
Ford.
traveling
For
to Pottsville.
look at the Ford lineup. See Mena Ford on Highway 71 North
And
in
make sure
Mena.
students don't forget about the
Full
Dodge
service
Fest
dealership,
again
and
at 9:30 in the
Gonna start
UBC.
seeing some.
This is a free fifth quarter event.
Going to start seeing some more inventory there on the Ford lot. The cars and trucks start trickling through.
It's still going to be slim for a little while, but you get your come in and see us, and we'll sit down and get you one ordered and get your name put on it, and chances of getting it are a whole lot greater that way.
Brian Bailey says he's glad he didn't make this trip. Waldron with the two-back set. Again, they go to the ground. They go straight ahead. Again, gets loose into the secondary.
Number
He's-
one, Grano on the carry.
linebackers, that time the defensive line's able to hold their ground, but
Number 23, Brenton Rose on the tackle for
linebackers
Bearcats.
not able to fill.
That's another first down for Waldron.
Going to see some substitutions. Some of the Bearcat starters back on the field.
Just a quick score right here at Dardanelle and Ozark game. It's in the fourth quarter, and it's 42-7. Ozark
Wow.
over Dardanelle.
Ozark might have woken up. This time to make some contact. Still about a 6-yard gain.
Number 35,
Gonna see
Logan
some
Young on the carry for
More
Waldron.
numbers flip here.
And
Number
still in the
24,
third
Jesse
quarter for
Perales
Lamar
on
and
the stop
Pottsville,
for the
28-21.
Pottsville still on top?
Pottsville's still on top. And we got them next week.
Yes. Bearcats about to come up on a long road leg here. It's going to be
Touchdown, Waldron.
Waldron
Number
in for the
one.
touchdown here.
Sabino
Waldron
Grano
strikes pay dirt
with a touchdown.
here during mercy rule time. Able to get in here. It's going to close the score down to 47-14. Bearcats dominant here tonight. Going to bring up Pottsville following then Dover, Ozark, Dardanelle, and Lamar all away.
All on the road.
Yes, all on the road. And so, as Buddy can see, we've had very successful broadcasts, and we'll be seeing if this
Number
good
71,
connection,
Rio
consistent
Lopez.
connection here with
Extra point
YouTube
is
can
good.
continue on the road.
With 10 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the game.
Can't make
the Bearcats lead
the rest of the
47
season on the road. This is a
19.
really odd circumstance here because you had Dover, or not Dover, but Subiaco drop out, and I guess they just ended their football program, didn't they? And then
They are not playing.
they're not playing, and they everybody had to reshuffle their schedules around. They're going to try to get it more mixed because some of the other schools suffered the same circumstance as far as they had to jockey a bunch of games around to get them in and get their conference slate filled in that last second shift. Like thank another one of our sponsors, Union Bank of Mena. Mena's only locally owned bank, hometown banking at its best. You can definitely tell it's a locally owned bank. Great service.
Willing to lend you money anytime you want.
The problem is they're too fun to talk to. I go in there just to get some sign some papers, and I end up talking too long. A lot of you guys, it's hard to believe that I would talk a lot. Bearcats receive the ball. He's still on his feet. It looks like it's is that Austin Rose with the ball. He's past midfield. He's going to get down to the 46-yard line.
47.
Good-looking run by Austin right
Good
there.
run.
On the 48-yard line.
Austin looks like he might be 15 or 20 pounds heavier, bigger than he was last year. Added some height and weight.
Got another inch or two.
Powerful runner.
So you're going to try Gabe back out there.
Out at quarterback. Ball is on the ground. Gabe whistled dead right here. I don't see a flag. False start, Mena.
Mena. The 5-yard penalty.
I never saw a flag either.
We first and 15 for the Bearcats.
Well, they look like they're stopping the clock.
Yeah, it's running.
No, they stopped it, but they shouldn't stop it. They started it on the windup. The snap again over Gabe's head this time. Gabe tries to pick it up. His helmet's off. Going to have to come out.
Fumble on the play. Loss on the play back to the 29-yard.
Gabe's going to have to come out with the helmet coming off. Jet Baber back in there at center as Bearcats go backwards 20 yards. Going to be 2nd and 30.
I didn't see who was in at center, but I'm sure it's a sophomore.
Number 21 for Mena. On the carry. Going to be a loss on the play of 2 yards.
24, Jesse Perales on the carry.
Jesse Perales.
Number 14, Ambrose Polar on the tackle for Waldron.
Now you're going to trot Austin back off and get Gabe.
Get Gabe some more time.
I'd like to see Gabe throw the ball a little bit and see if he can complete a couple passes.
At least one here.
3rd down and 36 yards to go.
Gabe in the spread. He's going to hand it off. Be Perales on the carry. Going to bring up
Jesse Perales on
4th and 4 yards less.
And you're going to trot Kirkendall out there to punt this ball away.
Jet Baber just does an awesome job on those snaps. Nice punt by Kirkendall. No punt returner back there. It's going to take a Mena bounce.
A great Mena bounce.
Austin Kirkendall rolls down to the.
Going to net about 50 yards.
Take over there, 1st and 10.
How many times are you going to have punters that are going to average 50-something
Golly.
yards a kick?
Not a lot of punting tonight. Of course, after the last 2 weeks, it's a nice change of pace for the Bearcat offense, and they've been on fire.
Maybe that gets the offense going for the rest of this season for conference play here. They've got the ability to roll, and we just got to keep connected on some of those pass plays.
Absolutely. Waldron takes over on their own 18, and the handoff straight ahead. decent gain. Bearcats able to slow them up a bit. It's going to be a gain of about 4 on the play.
Gain of 4, be second and 6.
And that clock just chewing the time off here. Before this next snap gets off, it's going to be down under 7 minutes. So. You going to make it to the Hog game tomorrow?
No, I'm not. No, we had an opportunity. That was wrecked by the homecoming vote. Daughter Reese Montgomery is a freshman maid. We had an opportunity to get tickets, and that was wrecked. And I'm telling you, Anthony, we were on the road the next day. We've been buying dresses from here to Dallas. Dresses and something called a pantsuit. Waldron's loose in the secondary. The Waldron offense is again rolling on the ground. He got a Bearcat defender, chases him down at the 10-yard line.
35, Logan
able to save the touchdown. Trying to see the number.
84, Jackson Baber.
Jackson Baber.
Jackson Baber, wow.
The sophomore.
We got another Baber out there. Got some wheels on him.
He might be a little quicker than his older brother.
It might be, yeah. Yeah.
I think I heard his mama down there hollering at him.
I don't think Jet would have chased him down like that. Waldron in the Bearcat red zone. Mena brought some heat. They just came too far to the inside. Almost had him hemmed up right there.
Stephen Figueroa on the carry for Waldron.
Oh, we got a Bearcat down there in the end zone. After
Number 24, Jesse Perales on the tackle for the Bearcat.
He made the tackle, and he's hadn't got up since then.
Waldron's second and goal at the 2-yard line. Yeah. I'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Gentry Chevrolet, wishing the Mena Bearcats a healthy and winning season. Come see us in D-Queen for all of your Chevrolet needs. Pickup and delivery available for Mena customers. Happy to have Gentry Chevrolet on board.
For providing the side-by-side ATV for this season.
Is that Paralysis down?
It is Paralysis down.
Paralysis down.
Next week here.
You know, he's flying around making a few tackles and getting in on the play, but he made that tackle right there, and I couldn't quite tell if the guy kind of rolled over on him, or I don't think they're working on his leg. And Smith Pallet was founded in 1949 and has been serving customers throughout the south central U.S. for over 50 years. It produces quality hardwood, softwood, and plywood pallets. Smith Pallet has loading facilities for your customer pickup and also offer delivery service via our company trucks.
Well, we just got some inside information from Chase Bush, so it's got to be accurate.
Don't forget about the Dodge Fest.
We'd seen that Subiaco decided to play 8-man football, which basically they're playing volleyball now.
Basically playing volleyball. Well, you just said how strong volleyball is.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not an insult.
Number 25, Joseph Rogers on the carry for Waldron.
Waldron on the carry gets a little bit closer down to the 1-yard line.
Brendan Rose on the tackle for the Bearcat.
3rd and goal. Waldron down at the Bearcat 1, 4:45 left to go in the ball game. Waldron trying to get a little bit closer here.
Fire off and stop them.
Got some penetration, and they do it.
And that was a good lost yardage play.
Lost yardage play. Boy, I'm not sure how they spotted him that far up. But only a loss of 1. Looks like they lost 2 or 3. Going to bring up 4th down. Of course, Waldron going to be going for it here. We brought in some different numbers, but I don't believe that you've got the starters in there.
No, there's not a starter 1 in there right now.
Maybe some of the other juniors. You got 2 wideouts out here to the left. You got an uncovered man. They miss that, but they're going for the run. He gets it very close, but it's not going to come in. And the Bearcats stop him short there. The 1-inch line.
He rolled over right there at the goal line. So
he must have got something down because I thought he got in. I thought he rolled over the Bearcat defender and got in, but obviously not. The Bearcats will take over 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line. See, Bearcats going to need to punch it out here to get them a little bit of breathing room. 3:45.
So Don's Easy Pay is a family-owned business for 38 years. They offer retail, rent-to-own, 120 days, same as cash. They carry all major brands of furniture, appliances, electronics, and are a self-serving dealer and do all the appliance work. Come to one of our 6 stores. It serves 13 counties. And even try out the new store down at Boonville, what they got going up and going out. So you still got Jet back in there at the center position. That's probably the only starter out there right now.
Waldron packing that line of scrimmage. And Gabe Corcoran steps left, finds a gap there, and pokes through for 5 yards.
Just there's a little lane right there. Jet
very quick.
Cleared it out, and he followed suit. So.
Yep. 2nd and 5.
You got behind your one starter out there and punched it through.
On the tackle for Waldron.
Single back look right here. Again, they run the same play. Gabe Corcoran hits the nose guard and pushes him back. Nose guard, which probably has at least 100 pounds on Gabe.
1st down.
79, they run him out. He got run off the field. Gabe Corcoran runs over him. Looked like that was a 240 versus 140 matchup.
Yes.
That single back, you got a spread for 2 receivers on each side.
Got him a
Gabe
little breathing
Corcoran
room
going
now.
under center. This time he kneels it, so you're at a minute 40. Be a mercy rule here. Got to encourage everybody to hit the road here and come see the Bearcats next week in Pottsville.
So one last announcement here, Arvest Wealth Management. For any questions about 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, annuities, rollovers, grow and protect your wealth. Contact Chris Threlkill for your investment needs. We weren't able to throw out the Threlkill, brought to you by Threlkill First Down, but
not right then.
Not right then.
But he got one, maybe 2. Not sure. Gabe Corcoran, he takes a knee again. Going to have to be maybe one more. Let's see if they spot the ball, and they do. They're going to have to take a knee one more time.
Just don't
Bearcats were able to get that first down. Yeah, you don't want to do it in the end zone. Bearcats, again, they're on the road the rest of you. 5 straight road games, to conference road games to end the season. Pottsville, then Dover, big matchup with Ozark, Dardanelle, and Lamar to wrap it up. You got to think this is going to be a playoff team, but you look back, really the high point being that Clarksville game. And Mena able to mercy rule Clarksville. That was a stunner across the state. And for this Bearcat team, see if they can't match that same performance and at home and take it on the road against Pottsville Pirates.
And Pottsville's a team that notoriously we don't fare well against. Even when we've taken teams in there that should have outmanaged them.
Absolutely. Last year is a rare stomping by the Bearcats, and really where they came out with that new line and able to get a lopsided victory is over in the second quarter.
In the 2 years prior to that, Mena goes in there as heavy favorites.
Heavy favorites.
And the last time we went over there, they just thumped us.
Yep. Well, we were on the road. We were on the road last year, weren't we? Yeah, we were. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was at Pottsville. And they were
the time before that on the road. That's what I was talking about.
Yep. And we're going to end up playing them back-to-back on the road. And again, it's that scheduling mix-up because you had Subiaco drop out, and you had to accommodate Lamar coming in. So, again, folks, see you on the road, and broadcast will start at 7 o'clock, and join us here on YouTube for the Bearcat Foundation broadcast. And with that, we'll sign off.